Hey, I'm Rachel, and I started this page called Hey Sleepy Baby. Really, it's more of a community than a business for me because I am so passionate about helping moms. I'm a mom of three myself, and I live in San Francisco, California. I started posting here back in 2020, right at the beginning of COVID when I was freshly postpartum with my second baby and on maternity leave. Before this, I was a special education teacher for about a decade. My page really took off during that time because I started talking about baby sleep in a very realistic way, and I think it probably resonated because I was literally right there in the trenches with you. I was also giving parents alternatives to old school sleep training advice since that was kind of all that was out there at the time. This was 5, 6 years ago. By the way, no judgment. I tried to sleep train my own first baby and it was a complete disaster. So I just want to show parents there are other ways. I also started to get really interested in learning how other cultures parent and specifically how they approach sleep. International followers wrote in all the time to tell me how weird we were about sleep in America, and a little light bulb went off in my head. Long story short, I'm writing a book about that now, which has been the most humbling experience of my life. You probably started following me for sleep tips, and lots of you have been following me for years and watching my family grow. And lots of you don't even need me for sleep advice, but you stick around anyway, and I love you for that. Maybe you're following because you love the other things I share. I talk about finding my style again. I love talking about traveling with our kids. I love talking about the books I'm reading and the shows I'm watching, which are mostly Bravo, but occasionally other things too. And I also love talking about the realities of modern parenting and how beautiful it can be while also being challenging. I talk about politics and how it impacts everything to do with raising kids. I love talking about relationships. By the way, this is my husband Marley, and he's a former social worker turned stay-at-home dad. He's the best. You should follow him. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't just talk about sleep or even just about kids because I'm a full person and so are you. This is one reason I also started a podcast with my friend Caitlin. We just needed a space to vent. I'm passionate about helping parents stress less about the small stuff so that they can actually enjoy their kids in the early years. I'm a big believer in contact napping and co-sleeping if that's your jam. And I love to share tips for babies and kids to sleep well so that you can too. But I'll never tell you to let your baby cry it out. That's just not what we do around here. Mostly I just want to normalize normal infant sleep so it's not such a mystery and so it's not such a big deal for new parents. Because I truly believe that realistic expectations plus support is the key to postpartum mental health. I'm also a huge believer that we push kids to independence way too soon and it's not good. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to raise good humans while growing alongside of them. I'm so happy you're here.